So that happened. The timeout that was referenced was with a 10-plus point lead. Wisconsin called a timeout to avoid a backcourt violation, essentially, a backcourt violation because Michigan was still pressing. So if Michigan's going to press, Juwan Howard took issue with that timeout, considering he thought the game was out of hand. And Gard of Wisconsin figured he wasn't going to put his players in the position to break a press in 4 seconds. So he called the timeout instead. Juwan Howard, thinking the game was out of hand, said basically why he did that. And apparently, according to the broadcast, as you just heard, waited to get into the handshake line after the game because he doesn't want to face Gard. So he then gets in it, and then you see him try to walk by him. Gard grabs him. That's Gard's mistake. Don't put your hands on another man. Now, that is a mistake. The egregious mistake is Juwan Howard throwing a punch, swiping, trying to slap, whatever it might be, is trying to get physical in the altercation with an assistant head coach when people are between them, and you saw what that led to. There's no way Juwan Howard should be coaching another game for Michigan after something like that. Like, you are supposed to be the leader of men. And what I never understood about athletes is how you ever get to a point, and Juwan Howard, obviously an ex-athlete, pretty good one. I never understood how you ever get into an idea of, all right, well, hopefully they start taking it easy on us because they have this game. Like, I find it so much more disrespectful when a team is just like, well, you suck today, so we're gonna back it up. We're not gonna give you 100%. And if Juwan Howard thinks the game is out of hand, why is he pressing? So if you're gonna continue to go full tilt and you expect the other team to lay off, that doesn't make any damn sense. And that Juwan Howard's the former professional athlete. This is awful. This is egregious. Like, you can't have Juwan Howard coach another game for Michigan. And I'm not about to die on like coaching college basketball hill, but that's just an utter embarrassment. And then you see the melee that breaks out between the players at the end of the game as well. That's what it led to. That's awful. Silver lining. Looks like Phil Martelli might be the head coach of the Michigan Wolverines for at least a little bit of time. At least a very little bit of time. The universities put out statements, how embarrassed they are. They're going to look into the situation. And look, I understand that you can't come out and say what probably a lot of sports broadcasters are talking about, what I just said. Like, you can't just watch the video and go, Juwan Howard is fired. You got to have the conversations. You got to go through the proper protocol. And then he'll probably be relieved of his duties of coaching Michigan. Greg Gard's explanation afterwards was that he didn't want to put his team in a situation where they're going to have to break a press in 4 seconds. There might be a little hint of condescension there where he also said, I don't know if Juwan Howard knew the rule, but you get a reset if you call the timeout there. I think the coach knows the rule. Let me just say that. So I detect a little condescension there. But Juwan Howard, you can't. First off, Greg Gard, you can't put your hands on another man. That's a mistake. That is a mistake. Juwan Howard, you can't throw a punch at another man. Like, it really is amazing to me. I can't picture myself. I came close once to a bar fight. Came close, and it would have been my fault. I'll explain later. But I can't imagine like throwing punches without my life or my family's life being at threat. Like, I can't imagine it. Like, no one can like push me to the point of I'm gonna punch you. Like, I can't. As a grown man, unless I'm being physically threatened or my family or someone I love is being physically threatened, I just go, oh, okay, well, you're having an issue today. See you later. Like, I don't get it.